What's up, everybody? This is The Quad with Chris Young. As always, I am Chris. We got Haley the Bear.
Hello.
Producer Josh.
That felt more radio voice than usual. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone.
And Ryan from Miami.
Welcome to 102.5 The Jam. We're playing your slow jams tonight here on The Quad.
1017 The Bull. Playing all your hits.
Exactly. Ryan,
Hey.
before we get to this,
What's up?
you gonna pull with the poll?
Oh, yeah. That's
Polls.
important.
Polls.
Yeah.
Polls. We love polls.
Yeah, we love polls here.
We love polls on the quad.
South
Yep.
Pole, North Pole,
Yep.
Polish people.
Hey, by the way, you know what? Every time that I've talked about this before, I always say it the wrong way. If this is your very first time listening to the quad, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
We love you.
I'm Ryan. That's Josh. That's
It's Chris.
Chris
You might
and
know
Haley.
him. You probably know him the most out of all of us.
I don't know. It depends on how you know us.
It is The Quad with Chris
Yeah,
Young.
I was like, I'm joining technically.
Featuring Chris
Wait,
Young.
do we exist as The Quad without you then? Is it The Quad with
you
Chris
know,
Young?
I mean, you could have the quad without Chris Young. If
That's only three people, though. Without we have to get a fourth.
just me and Ryan get into a fight
Just
after one of the podcasts.
What do you mean?
He punches me in the face, and I'm like, I'm out.
another black eye.
Yeah. Hey, by the way,
chances
yours
of that
is
happening are very
mine.
slim.
Mine is gone finally. Yours is almost
It's
gone.
almost gone. I've got a little lingering whatever situation
I
is.
never knew because all right, look, for those of you that don't know, I had a blocked tear duct, which is not even a fun story. I don't even have like a great
Should see the
I
other guy.
actually got punched. Yeah. But I got a black eye from it, and it was right after Josh got his black eye.
Was that your first black eye? Because this was my first
I've
black
never
eye.
I've never had one.
Yeah, this was my first one.
Yeah.
Oh, I had one back in high school.
38 years. What'd you do?
By the way, I've been punched in the face before.
Yeah, I have too. Just
and
never a
didn't
black
get
eye.
one.
Yeah.
I got socked in the eye from a friend, actually. We got into a fight at lunchtime, and
There it is.
I ended
Yeah.
up looking worse than he did.
I've never had a black eye, so
I'm a lover,
by the
not
way,
a fighter.
Shout out. Not sponsored by, but we could be.
they'd like
I picked
to.
up several pairs of these this weekend, and I just want to say Maui Jim.
Oh,
We love Maui.
we do?
We
do
love
I
Jim.
have a pair?
Yep.
Let's
Jim?
get a Jim.
Yes.
I was waiting for that.
Look at these.
Come sponsor us, Jim.
You look great.
They're clean. They're clean.
Yeah.
Maui Jim, if you are listening, just like Bootylicious, send us stuff. We love.
Look, we could
love
all
things.
rock sunglasses on the pod with Maui Jims each and every week. I'm just saying.
Oh no,
that could be-
I don't think. Wait, can you do that, Haley?
I don't know if I could wear the sunglasses every day.
Oh yeah, you can.
the people voted.
Yes.
We said it's okay.
They have voted. All
If
right.
they
No,
are
because-
paying us, you're going to wear those sunglasses.
Speaking of,
The vote went in my direction on that poll, by the way.
it did. Speaking of, Ryan.
Yes, at the Quad with CY. And by the way, thanks to Austin for filling in for me last week. Had a little
Hey.
mental health reset. I was actually in the Keys before you were, so that was that was fun. Missed you by about 30 minutes. Thanks a lot, Key West Express. But the best Thanksgiving side was the hot take last week, and with 44% of the vote, mashed potatoes and gravy.
Wow.
I'm actually really surprised cornbread was so low. Who was cornbread?
Jess.
Who's mashed potatoes and
6%?
gravy?
You were.
Oh my God! No, I win again.
The real question is, did you try the stuffing waffle? Did you put it in the waffle maker?
Dude, I tried. I need your help. Okay. And you know I'm a good
It
cook.
was a mess.
What failed?
It did not work
At all?
at all.
Like just was like
It was just a mess.
I personally think he just put too much on it.
it's possible. Let me ask this. Did you do the chorizo goat cheese one?
no,
You did. You just did normal
I went
stovetop.
regular and degular.
Might have been too much. You might have put too much in
It
there.
was just
I don't
falling
know
out the
what I did
sides.
wrong. Okay, for anybody that cooks, the very first time you attempt something, sometimes you just don't.
It never goes right.
No,
I always have like cold opens. I try stuff way before I show it to people.
Right. I did it wrong. Not gonna lie. I don't know what I did wrong, but I did something wrong because it did not work.
So like it didn't stay together.
It
Didn't
didn't
crisp up.
It didn't crisp up. It did not stay together.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
We'll work on this.
Okay.
I'll bring.
I believe in the idea. I love the idea.
I'll bring the little waffle maker next week, and we'll just set it up right here, and we'll make them the whole.
I do like this.
All right.
I can do it. We have enough space to make this happen. Anyway, the poll. Yeah, good job.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Let's go to music. Let's start there.
Music.
I have so many songs.
That's good because you're an artist. You should.
So I did something
Josh has
last
some new
week.
songs.
All right, let's name real quick. Hanging on.
I'm
No,
coming
no, no, no.
over.
Oh, God
Tomorrow.
bless.
Tomorrow.
I meant
Sober Saturday Night.
I meant new
Famous
songs.
Friends.
I meant
At the end of
new.
the
Tonight we're
bar.
dancing.
Tonight we're dancing. At the end of the bar.
Good God.
Lonely Eyes.
Drowning.
I like Josh is looking around.
Wait. Should we play something new?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. It's
You want me to-
considered an early
you want me to
Christmas
play it
song.
off my-
Yeah.
The
Here.
Yumi and Taiwan or the something else new?
Oh yeah, do that one.
You
Do
wanna
that one because we own all of it.
yeah.
Consider it a very early Christmas gift from the quad.
So
Yes.
me, Ty Graham, and Josh Gleave all write for the same company,
Yes, we do.
and we wrote this.
Gosh dang it.
Oh my God! Fail.
Restart.
Fail. There it
All
is.
right, starting over.
There you go. Just flip that phone to airplane mode. The way you're looking at me, girl, I already know. You're thinking about getting me into your bed. If you could only see what's going through my head, you know we won't be needing no lights on. So baby, take your time on me. I wanna take my time on you. Gonna run my hands through the sand of that hourglass figure and your blonde hair too. Don't wanna waste a single second of this heaven kind of loving I've been getting from you. So baby, take your time on me, 'cause I wanna take my time on you. Yeah, I do. Hey.
Oh, I am definitely to that song.
Oh.
Definitely what?
What? Was that not what that was intended for? Or?
Oh, no, for sure.
No,
Okay, for sure.
yeah,
I mean, sounds like a
That is it.
Oh,
nice
Lord.
little lovemaking song, you know?
Okay.
Good job, boys.
Yeah, thank you. Boom.
Badass. I like that.
It's good stuff.
Just over here trying to make some money. It's fine.
Or babies.
Not me.
We did have a baby in the
not
not I.
Yeah,
But for you at home, should you accept?
If you did watch the podcast last week, there's going to be someone out there that uses that photo of
him holding the baby.
me holding a baby, and
It's going to be some troll.
I did
I
almost put it
adopted
on,
this child for you.
I did almost put it on the Instagram where it was ovaries of America are exploding everywhere. May still do it. Haven't decided yet.
do it. It'd be funny.
Why
Felt
not?
cute. Might post later.
Yep.
Might delete.
Might delete later.
So you have a lot of songs. That's
Yeah.
just one of them. Of
That is one of
dozens.
that are not even on the record that is currently out. It's ridiculous. I did 2 videos in one day last week.
Do tell.
I have never done that before, and it honestly was really, really cool.
Did it feel good to knock them both out in the same day?
Yeah, it did.
Because
And
once you're in the flow of it, it's like.
and
it's
by the
easier
way,
to do.
one of them I'm playing keys.
Okay.
Like I'm playing like on a grand piano, and it was so weird because I'm not an adept piano player, but I understand enough.
Sure.
So I'm playing like octaves with both hands, right?
Sure.
And then using the pedal, and I'm just hitting sustain and then like walking down.
Yeah.
And I'm playing the right chords, but anyone that's a piano player that's just be doing it is going to be like
Staring at your hands going,
"You
no
are
way.
full of it.
No way.
Yeah.
I could sit down and play it and sing over the top of it, but they would be like, oh, like anyone that's actually a good piano player, I'm so sorry for what you're about to see.
But this is why we call it acting in a music video.
Acting.
It was really, really cool.
Are these videos for songs that are coming out?
Mm-hmm. They are songs that are going to be teased around the turn of the year before the album drops.
Ooh, do we have a date on the album?
We do.
Oh. But that's all we get.
Would we say it's in the first quarter of 24?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Hey.
About time.
Look at that.
Let's go.
About damn time.
Because, again, it was, 2 years ago that you released your last album?
That's all I hear. That's all I hear.
Famous
even
Friends.
though I guess she's not cool anymore because
Whatever. I got to get my Takis.
yeah.
You seen that?
What now?
Because Famous Friends the album came out 2 years ago.
August of 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3
Man,
almost.
August of 21.
Yeah, dog.
Where's the time gone?
Yeah.
All right, get to it, boys. Come on.
Yeah.
We need a new album.
Yeah, we're working on it. Also, shout out. I already called her out. I put it on the internet, but my mom's birthday was on Thanksgiving.
Hey.
I hope everybody had a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys did.
Did.
Got a chance to spend it with a bunch of friends and family, and it was perfect.
It was the first time I got to spend a holiday.
Yeah, your
With my
parents
mom.
went down to
They
to
met
Key
us
West
down
to hang
there,
out.
and that's the first time I've spent a holiday with my mom or anyone in my family since 2018.
Awesome.
It was really cool. And also, if you can't tell, I'm wearing a Key West sweatshirt. Man, I love Key West.
Yes.
Big fan.
Huge fan.
If you've
Huge
never
fan.
been, you should really. It's not easy to get to
No.
per se, but is it worth it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I did
worth
find
it.
out a little travel hack, by the way. If you fly into Miami, you can take a Greyhound bus for $40 from the Miami airport to Key West and Duval Street.
What?
Yep, $40. Greyhound.
No way.
That is a very long strip
That's-
from the top of the
okay.
Key
How
West.
long
It
is that?
It's about 4 hours of a drive, but hey,
You
It's
can take a super shuttle
Ryan,
for $80.
much cheaper
Ryan's
than
like,
flying into Key West.
let me give you a travel hack.
There you go.
If you buy a boat, you can actually. It'll take you longer, but
Exactly
it will
how I
be cheaper.
took it. That's exactly how I went down there.
Catamaran.
It is a very, very
Catamaran.
special place on Earth, and the island is awesome. The people that live on the island are amazing.
Key lime pie is great.
Never a
Key
bad
lime
time.
pie.
Irish
Oh.
Kevin's is great.
Yep.
Caroline's is great.
Yep. Little green
Just
parrot.
So many
Green
faves.
parrot. Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah,
Let's
there's
go.
a lot of good ones. I turned 21, by the way, and in Key West.
Did you?
During spring break.
I
What is now Smoking Tuna. I turned 21 at that time.
Oh yeah. One of our friends actually owns part of that bar.
Huh.
Yeah. I'll tell you who it
I
is
didn't know
when
that.
we're. I don't know if I'm supposed
Yeah,
to say.
that's okay.
So.
This could be a silent partner. You don't know.
Yeah.
Also, you know what? Screw it. I sent you a new song.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
Oh, another one?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
here
a
we
great
go.
day.
get that
Wow.
new.
We're feeling good today.
I don't know if
ladies and
this is
gents.
going to make everyone more mad, though, that they're hearing songs they won't get to hear.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, but they haven't even
They
heard
love
the
it.
stuff
No,
that,
they
that's
love it.
going to be on the record yet. So
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. We got it.
there it be.
Got it.
There she be.
All right. This song is brought to you by.
Country music. That's what it's brought to you by.
Turning on the evening news, hearing more than half the truth. Friday night with no cover charge, ain't nobody gotta pay to park. Putting $10 in the tank and making it more than a quarter mile. I'll be glad when that comes back in style. Getting both of them ends to meet without overtime 3 times a week. Pulling up to the grocery store, walking in rich and not walking out poor. Hearing steel guitar crying from a country station on a radio dial. I'll be piece of every time. There's a lot of good in them good old days that I ain't seen in a while. And I'll be glad when that comes back in style.
All right.
You said you
Hey.
I take personal attack of the evening news part. But other than that, everything else is great. That's all.
Of course.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Fake news.
Oh,
I'm
God. Here we go.
I'm kidding.
That's the whole problem. That's the entire problem.
I do love that tune, and I think I said it to you earlier. It gives me like small town, big time vibes.
Yeah.
From back in the day. So I
Yeah.
big fan of
Thank
that.
you, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to what are you listening to? Because we're already 15 minutes into the podcast, and this is probably the longest music.
It's about to get a little
thing
bit
we've
longer.
done.
Can I go first?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Go.
yes. Let's give some love, my man.
2 days from now, Wednesday, first song I've ever recorded comes out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought maybe
Let me let you go.
Let Me Let You Go. It's called Let Me Let You Go. You can find me on Spotify. I thought, because I haven't teased the verse and the chorus anywhere, I thought I'd play that this morning.
Yes!
Let's go.
'Cause you know
Yes!
what? We're already doing it.
Let's
We're already doing
go.
it. So let's go. Here it is.
Dobro action.
I see your name light up my phone again. Makes me wonder where you are and how you've been. I say hello, talking small. We both know why you called. Yeah, I hope you're doing fine, but it's different this time. Let me let you go. I've got my mama on the other line and she don't know. You broke it off last July. Hate to cut you off, but I gotta run. I can't do this anymore. Let me let you go. Let me let you go.
Thank you. So yeah, that's what I'll be listening to this week, today.
You said it drops when?
Wednesday. So
Wednesday. Got it.
Tuesday night at midnight.
Then do you want to wait and add that as your song of the week? What are you listening to?
100% that is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm listening to this week as well, for the record.
Cop out. Pick something
All
else.
right. Nope. I'm doing it too. That's what you're listening to.
Just 4 versions of that.
Yep.
Haley, you can pick something else.
Nah, just go ahead.
What?
Let me let you go.
Let me let you go.
The only thing you should listen to this week.
Let me let you go. Put it on there 4
On
times.
repeat.
Just
Until Wednesday, you can listen to Tate McRae Exes.
great.
Okay.
Also that one.
Love it.
Yeah. I had a really good like traditional country song too. Because I'd realized that the last several weeks I've picked like random stuff.
You still can. You don't have to.
Well, first of all, Let Me Let You Go on there 4 times.
Okay. I think it'll only let me do it once.
I love
but,
that.
Damn it. All right.
But listen to it 4 times. Please listen to it 4 times each.
Down to My Last Teardrop, Tanya Tucker.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Love that.
I don't know why that I heard it the other day. And I was like, and it's the weirdest chorus
Yeah.
because it almost feels like it's like a bar of 2
Right.
at one point.
Right. Back when they just didn't care. They were just writing music to. I mean, they cared. They cared a lot.
Yeah, no, they cared a lot.
They actually cared
Yeah.
more than I think some people care now. But
I
it's
believe that.
they don't care about the bar. It was like, no, we're gonna finish this
Oh,
line.
we're gonna finish the sentence. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's go to sports.
Sports.
I need to talk to you about the NBA.
The Orlando Magic have won 7 straight? Is that what you want to talk about?
Let's go.
Go
What would you like to talk about?
While that is my lucky number, Ryan,
I know it is.
yeah, I'm very proud for your Orlando Magic.
Bought and paid for.
There, at least he's admitting it, guys.
We won't hear
Fandom
anything.
since 2023.
We won't hear anything about the Heat.
Big fan.
Big fan for my contract.
Pregnant pause. I like this.
I know you're never supposed to reach into another man's wallet, right?
Sure.
You're never supposed to call for someone to be fired because
They worked hard to get there.
I hate
Sometimes.
cancel culture. I hate it.
Yep.
People are like faster than ever before try to build people up and then tear them down. I can relate. I've had people tell me before, it was like, your new music isn't as good as your old music. I'm like,
Okay.
what song do you like? And someone will be like, Neon was the best thing you ever put out. And I was like, it died at 23.
Like America disagrees with you.
It quite literally, no, I had someone look at me and tell me I can't program that against Taylor Swift. That's how long ago that was, guys. I tried to put out a super country song and y'all said no because you vote with your wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I love Neon.
And a lot of people did love Neon.
A
And
lot
they
of people
do
did,
still
but not
love
as
Neon.
many as loved Losing Sleep.
It's true.
Which a lot of the people that love Neon were like, Losing Sleep's too pop. It was a number one. It was platinum.
Yep.
I don't know what to tell you. Like
Right up there.
I'm like, what the?
Oh God, it's right there.
Oh God. Yeah.
Looking right at you, literally.
It's a gold album. I don't know what to say.
Those same people, here the hardest.
No. I'm getting to a point.
Okay.
And I was trying to. This is my fault because I started with something and then tried to
All good.
speak from personal experience,
Sure.
only to lead up to this. You don't ever want to come after somebody else because cancel culture sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Foster has to go.
Scott Foster has to go.
Scott Foster has to go.
He really do though.
No, you hit it right.
He really
hit it right
do,
the
though.
first time.
Did you say
No,
doo-doo?
no. She said he real doo doo.
Yeah,
he real doo doo.
He real doo doo.
He's terrible. You can't have a guy that's a referee talking about somebody's children to them.
Nope.
And singling people out, that's not your job as a ref. Your job as a ref is to treat everyone the same on the
It's
rules
to
of the
call-
game.
yeah.
That's
to
why
call-
you get paid.
If you did not see it, there was an on-court altercation. Is
That's a nice way.
that's a nice way of putting it. Between Chris Paul and Scott Foster, there is an ongoing tiff, if you will, between these two, and it dates back quite some time.
I mean, over a decade of them going at it now. At this point, just stop scheduling Scott Foster on Chris Paul games. Like, how hard is this?
No, I'm sorry. I'm actually, for the first time in my life, going to step out and say Scott Foster needs to be fired. I don't care if you don't like Chris Paul. You cannot. That the whole point. What Haley just said a second ago. The whole point of your job is you are supposed to be neutral. You can't dislike, and if you do dislike someone, you have to remove yourself from that situation in that position as a referee. This is sport.
I feel like referees should be like there
Impartial.
but not known. Yeah, but there but not known. You know what I mean?
We should not know the names of some of these.
Like, unless you're Ed Hockley, and we know because you have biceps bigger than anybody.
And because you've been doing it for 30 years.
Ed Hockley is known for the right reasons.
Yes.
Who do we know in the MLB that we?
Angel Hernandez.
There it
Hernandez,
is.
yes.
There, why do you know his name? Because he's terrible.
Yep.
You shouldn't know umpires' names.
Or referees or any of those. Yeah.
A trusted source many years ago.
I'm sorry, I just burped into the mic. I
all good.
apologize. I don't know where that even came from.
You're around me too much.
A trusted source. This was many years ago. This person is a referee in the WNBA and knows all of these people and confided in me that certain refs have certain grudges against players. And one of those refs, Joey Crawford, got real drunk one night and was like, you know what I'm proud of? I'm proud of my record against Mark Cuban.
Oh,
And you
no.
look at games that Joey
Yikes. Crawford
has reffed against the Dallas Mavericks, and it was
Thank
like,
you for that 2006 NBA title. I appreciate it.
There's a bit of a discrepancy of wins and losses in there.
Well, you mentioned that. I didn't mean to cut you off. You have more story? here?
All that is to say, I think that there's too much power in the refs. The thing is, okay, Chris Paul plays for the Golden State Warriors. That is an expensive ticket to go to a game. And if you were a parent of a child that loved Chris Paul and you saved up and you went to that game and then Chris Paul gets kicked out in the second quarter because Scott Foster has a effing issue with him.
Yeah.
Chris Paul.
Like, that is infuriating. That is so against everything we love about sports. Like, there should be a private investigation into Scott Foster. There should be some sort of checks and balances. There should be suspensions on the referee side, not just on
The
player
players.
side.
And you mentioned
I
record
agree.
too. You know, Chris Paul's teams favored in 15 of 20 playoff games with Scott Foster officiating. They went 3-17 and lost by an average of over 11 points in those games.
11 points is really easy to make happen with, like, I don't know, 5 foul calls.
Yep.
When you have these altercations and statistics back it up, it's like it's not just proliferating into thin air here. Like there's something here.
There's something here, and also, look back to the mid 2000s, the Tim Donaghy scandal, where a ref was shaving points.
Now, not to say that's the same here.
It's not the same, but I'm saying there are things at play that are not just, hey, I'm upholding the rules, and
Yes, because
something's got to change because this is some BS.
like you said, we've seen it in every single sport. It's football, really, really, really bad as well. And I think the refs do need to start being held accountable for not doing their job correctly.
But even in football, you're not seeing this level of disrespect dedicated to one player.
No, you see superstar calls. You see, like, Tom Brady getting a little more preferential treatment. You see Patrick Mahomes now getting it a little bit. He gets some calls that other people would not get.
Yeah.
But it's not to the detriment of one player. It's not singling out someone and going, I'm going to call everything on you, except Jawan Taylor on the Chiefs right now.
All right, let's.
was a personal attack.
That's a personal attack on me, and I'm not happy about it.
But let's actually go to the NFL before we go.
By the way, the Magic have won 7
college
straight,
football.
just for the record.
Yeah, they have.
Nothing
Just
about
for the
your heat.
record,
What do you?
Trade Jimmy Butler.
I've clinched the playoffs in our fantasy football league, even though I have a 909 win percentage and I'm 10-1. Because Ryan Bass plays in the side of the league with Haley,
And
and they're trash.
Whoa, trash. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
No, that side of the league is trash.
second place has a losing record in your
9-2
Your
is all I
division.
see on my record. I'm about to
Yeah.
be 10-2. So
Second place is 5-6.
when you have 8 games against.
about to say.
Points for and points against. Ryan, I have scored more than 200 more points than you.
all that matters is who's winning at the end of the day. You know,
I
Win-loss.
think you'll see strength of
Josh
schedule will
Glebe
come up.
has scored
see.
more points than you, and he's in second
we'll see.
in my side of the
Correct.
division.
I feel after starting 0-3, I will now be 9-3.
I just don't like that there's so this is what they do. They go X, Y, Z. X is clinched playoffs, Y is clinched division, Z is clinched bye. Ryan already has a Y next to his name, even though he has 2 less wins than me.
why? By the way, for the record, I'd like to point out, too, the only team that is eliminated from playoff contention is Nate Smith.
Yes.
Yeah. He's 0-11. He has not won a single game this season. Nate, I love you, but Jesus.
And it was never going to happen.
This is the worst team we've ever seen.
No question.
Yep.
This is really bad. And there was like a 30-minute period. I knew you were going to still win, but there was a 30-minute
know.
period where he was beating you, and I was like, "There's no way this happens."
I'd
Right?
like to reiterate, if the playoffs were to begin today, it would be
I beat him by 40 points, by the
CY against Justin Nunley and
Yep.
myself against Josh Glebe.
Justin, I'm coming for that ass.
Ryan is going to realize how cakewalk of a schedule he had, and that having wins on our side of the bracket
is much more
important.
impressive.
Yeah, much
Bear,
more
I
important.
think you still have a chance to sneak in if you win out, maybe?
I don't think so. I think she will be eliminated
No,
after
she's not.
this week.
She's not eliminated.
Actually, correct, because the
She's not
the
eliminated.
percentage chance for Bear to make the playoffs is 1.
That's before tonight's game. That gets factored into it.
Yeah, but she could win tonight's game because
I am winning this week.
So you'll go 5-7.
Yeah.
She could
Tied
still
with
make
Monsell.
the playoffs. It could still be the four of us.
No, it still could be. Like if Justin slips up and Bear goes on a winning streak here, like
Because we have 2 more games
Alabama
after
had a
this,
1%
right?
chance to win against Auburn this
By the
weekend,
way,
and we saw what happened there. So.
I do have to be
Yeah,
transparent.
it's one more week, I guess, before everyone gets eliminated.
Guys, audience at home, I need to be honest with you.
Uh-oh.
I'm the GOAT.
Oh,
Whoa,
my gosh.
you can't self-proclaim yourself the GOAT.
That.
Just pump those
Last
right.
I checked, the belt is still at my apartment. Last I checked, for the record. So
No, I'm 10-1 in this league, but the Sony league that I'm in, I'm right in the middle of the pack, and then the other league that I'm in, I'm terrible.
Our
It's like the
Ohana League.
worst. It's the worst team. I've had like the worst injuries to my team of all time. It's
Awful.
pretty great.
That's how the beginning.
I'm not even the worst team in the league, but I almost lost to the worst team in the league. It's one of those.
That's
It's like,
when you know. That's when you lose to
Oh,
those teams. You're just
no.
like, oh.
yeah, that's when you know it's over.
It's like me losing to Ryan week 2.
We made a trade,
Yikes.
though. Josh and I made a little trade.
We did.
It's nice.
Did you?
Little help me help you.
Little Javonte Williams for Adam Thielen.
Yeah. He's got a
Oh.
Thielen.
I had too many running backs.
See, but I think that's a fair
Yeah, it was
trade.
even.
It is, yeah.
It was even.
I had too many running backs. I needed one more wide receiver.
And Thielen was
That's
riding
a-
my bench, and I needed depth
Yeah.
at running back. So we made a nice little trade.
That's good. That's the kind of trade that should happen. Not what you suggested to me, you son of a.
Or
think-
what you offered to me. You offered me Trevor Lawrence for Devontae.
You've been trying to get rid of Trevor
needed-
Lawrence for a while now.
Well,
All
I
right,
mean,
hey,
to be
if
fair,
everyone
Trevor
wants to-
Lawrence has now gone
If
off.
everyone wants to
He had
pump
his
the
best
brakes
game of the
really quick,
season. He had his
the
best
last
game of
2
the
weeks,
season.
he's gone off for 30
Trevor-
points each. So you are all out of luck now. Sorry.
Trevor Lawrence actually did start going off.
But Josh Allen still gave me 40 points almost.
Yeah, this week.
Hey, college football, I just want to point out, hook 'em, and if Bama makes it in, I'm going to go nuclear.
Well, if they win the SEC championship, they're making it in
How?
because they would have beaten Georgia, the number 1 team in the
But
country.
they've lost to Texas.
Correct, which means Texas should make it in as well. If Alabama wins the SEC championship, they are getting in. There's no question about that.
Yeah,
So
but
then it's
here's
Georgia,
the problem
Alabama,
is you have
Texas, and who?
undefeated.
And
Wait,
Michigan.
wait. You have undefeated teams that have to get
Understood.
in before them.
But one of the undefeated teams no longer has their star quarterback, which is Florida State.
I don't see how they're putting Oregon over Texas.
I don't think that. Wait, because you're saying if Oregon wins the Pac-12 championship over
They
Washington
have Oregon ranked over Texas right now.
in the AP poll, not in the college football rankings from the playoff committee.
Too many polls.
Too many polls.
There should
I
be one.
agree.
In other news, FSU should not have won by that much. They should have won by twice as much.
Florida should have actually beat a team when you're up 12-0 in that game and have the entire momentum. So
Alabama almost lost to Auburn.
that was Milrose. That was an incredible throw by Milrose. But how on fourth and goal from the
Do
30?
you let that happen?
Fourth
Auburn?
and goal from the 30.
Auburn, you're trash.
Trash.
Thank you, by the way, for my bet. I actually bet Alabama to hedge, and somehow, some way,
Sheesh.
ended up winning that bet.
Okay,
That was nice.
let's go to the NFL.
I didn't watch any football.
You
The
want to talk
only-
about your Chiefs?
Were you worried there for a little bit? Because they had
No.
gone 3 straight games
No.
without scoring in the second half.
No, not at all. We own the Raiders. We've always owned the Raiders.
They're the Raiders, man.
Yep. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
The
I feel like we righted some things a little bit now. Rashee Rice is really emerging as like the actual wide receiver 1 on this team. I was not worried in that game.
Him.
Sorry, what's that?
Glad I started
Yes.
him.
Yeah.
I picked him up.
Yeah, 20-something points for him. Yeah, we were catching balls. The team looked in rhythm. Our defense looked good. I was not worried about the Raiders going off to a quick start. And we're back in the driver's seat. The Chiefs now for the rest of the season do not play a team with a winning record, which is really nice. That's a nice little way to.
I don't think the Broncos had a winning record when you played them and lost to them. So
Okay.
Yikes.
They've gone since we
they've been really good
since we beat them on that Thursday night game. They have won out since then.
They've been very good.
So they're doing just fine.
Russell Wilson is back.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Calm down.
I don't know they can win a playoff game, but
How about the Bears?
They play tonight against the Vikings.
Is it weird that I think the Bears could win this game?
Nope.
Is it because that the Vikings
Because they're
notoriously...
Bears gonna bear. Bears need to lose.
Well, the Vikings
and
notoriously
they're going to
lose.
win a game that they don't need to win.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like this is the game that the Bears win, and you go, why did you do
They're
that?
the opposite of the 76ers.
Correct.
Yes.
By the way, a pretty crazy stat I saw about the Chiefs and Mahomes. Kansas City, by the way, was down 14-0 in that game against Vegas to start. Kansas City's now 15-11 with Mahomes when trailing by double digits. That's a 580 win percentage. No other quarterback ever is even at 500.
Yep.
Ryan,
pretty nuts.
This morning on my Cowboys call with KSCS, I actually crap talked the Dolphins.
Excuse me? Why would you do that?
They're like, well, I mean, we've got the Eagles, and I was like, that's the game that's gonna like prove if we're good or not, because it's like Seahawks, Eagles, Bills, and they're like, then we got the Dolphins, and I'm like,
By the way, every one of your teams, every one of your teams has a crap loss this year. You lost to the Cardinals, you lost to the Broncos. We don't have a crap loss. The Dolphins don't have a loss to a terrible team this year.
Yes, you do.
You just lose.
What? Who's the terrible team? Tell me.
Who'd you lose to?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs, the Eagles, Buffalo. Those are our three losses.
But your wins are against teams that don't have winning records.
Our wins are against, we beat up on the bad teams. You're supposed to do that. We haven't had a team we've slipped up against.
So you lose against good teams. So you're not
argument
that good.
is that you are the same as the Cowboys.
I do think the Dolphins are the same as the Cowboys, by the way. And having lost their best defensive player as the Cowboys did. You guys lost Diggs. We've now lost Jalen Phillips to an Achilles injury.
Yeah,
that's
but
our
then
best defensive
now
player.
we have Bland,
which might be the best thing that's ever happened.
It might be accidentally stumbling into the best situation we've ever been in, because a healthy Diggs and Bland on the other side next season is terrifying. He broke the NFL record for pick sixes.
And still has like 7 weeks to go.
I know.
Do you want a fun stat? Bland has more touchdowns than any of the Chiefs wide receivers combined.
That is pretty funny.
Wow.
He might have more touchdowns than Kenny Pickett has thrown touchdowns.
Yeah.
Definitely has more touchdowns than the Bears.
By the way, when we lost to a bad team, quote unquote, you know who it was?
Arizona.
Who was playing quarterback?
Dobbs.
The Pastronaut?
The most valuable player, Josh Dobbs.
I'm not kidding. We literally.
Do you think you win that game if Kyler's playing?
Almost four.
For sure.
Ford F-150. We absolutely win that game.
I think so too.
All right, so we've gotten some thoughts on some teams. I want to throw rapid fire a couple teams at you, and I want some thoughts. First thing that comes to your head: Baltimore Ravens.
For real.
They're for real.
I agree.
I think they're extremely dangerous.
I think they're beatable. They're
beatable, but the problem is they started the season looking so bad. There were a couple teams that did this. They started looking so bad that people just slept on them, and then they got it together. And that's the thing that I'm, knock on wood, very excited about my team for, is the Dallas Cowboys.
They're heating up at the right time.
Are getting hot at the end.
Yep.
And that's when you want it.
Right.
You want your team hot at the end. The Eagles look beatable right now, even though they're 10-1. They do not look better than the Cowboys, who are 8-3.
Couple more rapid fires. Jaguars 8-3.
No, I don't
Fraud.
believe them.
No, frauds.
Very much don't believe them.
Frauds.
Going after their win yesterday, they were the top seed in the AFC.
For an hour and a half.
I will absolutely play them before anyone else in the AFC.
No question.
Detroit Lions, embarrassing loss on Thanksgiving to Green Bay. Thoughts?
Mid. They have a good team. The problem is,
I think people are figuring them out.
I agree.
I think that's part of it. I saw a hilarious stat. It was Detroit Lions record on Thanksgiving when it's a waxing gibbous moon, which it was.
Oh my God, I did see that. Yes,
and
I did see that.
It was. Yeah, I swear to God.
That's not.
No, I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God.
It's immediately why I bet against them. It was great.
It was 0-12 when it's a waxing gibbous moon, and it was a waxing gibbous, and they lost.
Yeah,
and
it was great.
I swear to God,
Dude,
it was so great.
That's not a
It was so great.
It's
Oh my God.
It went back all the way to the
That
70s.
ish is real.
It went all the way back to the 70s, and I was like, "There's no way." And I didn't bet on it. I was just like, I put a pin in it. And then they lost, and I was like, oh my God, it really worked.
Oh my
Who
God.
figures this stuff
Oh, it's so
out?
great. So great. All right. Moving on. Last but not least, the NFC South.
Frauds.
Nobody is over 500 in that division.
Atlanta's 5 and 6 and winning their division right now.
Atlanta's 5 and 6.
I don't even think anybody that likes teams from the NFC South thinks they're legit.
I want to give you two more numbers. Plus 162. Do you know what that number is?
Is this betting?
That's 162. It is a number.
Yes, that is the Dallas Cowboys point differential this year, which leads the NFL. Plus
A lot of blowouts.
I will say we are about to enter the toughest stretch that we've had, and even though I think they beat Miami,
we'll see.
It's not a guarantee.
Christmas Eve,
any
buddy.
given Sunday. And look, we're in the next 4 games. We played the Seahawks, who somehow always beat us. The Eagles, the Dolphins, and the Lions. Like it is a very, very tough stretch for my team.
If you'd like to come down to Christmas to Miami, for a little New Year's Eve action, you just let me know. Dolphins, Cowboys.
Do you feel really good about the Dolphins?
I do.
You do.
Wait,
I do.
You've watched 2 of the last couple
very
weeks.
good about my team.
Wait. New Year's Eve.
That's the game. 24th, New Year's Eve.
You mean Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve. Excuse me.
New Year's Eve, December 24th.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're going to the
There's
Lions
no
game.
Christmas
way.
Eve.
I'm
Christmas
going to
Eve.
the Lions game. It's on the 30th. There's
Christmas
no
Eve.
way.
Week before Christmas Eve. I do.
You've watched that and
I
him
do.
take those terrible sacks and not get anything done in the
I
fourth quarter.
feel good about that team. I think this is Sand's our best defensive player. Now, the best our defense has looked all season. They're really rounding into form. I think the offense, sometimes they look constipated on the road. That's why it's important for them to get home field advantage throughout the playoffs. When they play at home, they are unstoppable. So I'm very, very excited about this team. I think legitimately this team has a chance to make it to the AFC Championship.
To
this
be
year.
a good team, don't you have to be able to play everywhere?
Yes.
It's not useful if you only get home game wins.
Useful.
Useful that.
Doesn't matter. That's what that's the Patriots dynasty was built off. That getting number 1 seeds, having a first round bye, and then winning 2 games at home. That was what their dynasty was built on.
You think the Cowboys can beat them?
Yes, I do.
One more number for you. Minus 119.
Cowboys or Dolphins?
Cowboys.
All right, we'll see. We'll put a wager on it. What do you want?
This is the wager.
I already got you a jersey. So what is it now?
Well, first of all, you have to bring it.
Well, I brought the Cowboys one. I haven't gotten you the Rays one yet. That one's coming. It's at home.
Let's go. Is it going to be next season before I get to wear
You might have
it?
to wear it on opening day. It's at home.
Oh God. No, wait, no, because the Rangers won. I can't wear that on opening day.
Okay.
What's wrong with
You
you?
can wear it in spring training.
Okay.
What's the wager?
Jersey.
Okay with that.
So you have to wear a Cowboys jersey, or I have to wear a Miami
That's
Dolphins
perfectly
jersey.
fine. Perfectly fine. Love that.
Crap.
I've got a really
Is there
nice
a
one for
Cowboys
you.
or a Dolphins bar that you can go to and wear the opposite one?
Oh, yeah. I like that. Let's make this more interesting than a jersey swap.
And drink a 6-pack of Smirnoff Ice.
Oh yeah, we got to do that. We got to get that one. I need to get that one off my shoulders because I don't like
You
being
guys
able
need to
use-
pay up your debts.
I know
Haley
what?
and I have done
You're
this
right.
we've done it very well.
You're
We pay
right.
up our debts.
You're right. Ugh. We got to split the 6-pack. We decided.
Y'all
Who
decided
decided
that.
Oh no, we went to the debt, we went to the debt collectors.
We addressed this.
We went to the debt collectors and we said a 6-pack each is too much. So we'll split a 6er.
Oh God.
Sounds shameful.
I don't want
All right, jersey to start, and then we'll figure out the location of said jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is decided. You heard it here, folks.
Movies, go. Movies. I have more things to bring up. This is going to be a long podcast.
Who cares?
Yeah, give the people what they want.
They love long ones.
What?
We got to talk about Disney.
What
We got to talk about Disney.
Okay.
They have now had 2 of the most epic fails
The
at
Marvel,
the box office.
the Marvels, and what else?
Wish.
I don't even know which is.
Exactly.
Look it up right now, Ryan.
I gotta pee.
Really? In the middle of the podcast,
First of all, you've done this before.
Ryan. That's
The
true.
Titans message.
You've done
That's
this
true.
multiple
should
times.
Should we time out and
No.
See how much time? You want to time me? I like that.
Okay.
You got. This is what his childhood was
Yeah.
like. You guys gonna time me? Want to go
gonna
pee?
time me?
You're like, yeah, Ryan, go ahead. I have never. I didn't even see marketing for Wish.
I did.
I didn't even know this
People
existed.
People have been slamming it.
Huh.
Well, even like the
Look at the
prospect
box
behind
office.
the movie.
For this week. Look up the box office numbers for this week. I want you to see what they are. Because it is insane.
Oh, that's not good. 35 million.
Nope.
Oh, 19.5.
People got fired over this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You want to read the article?
sure. This is from our friends at Variety. Wish, the studio's newest animated adventure, was projected to land on top of box office charts over the Thanksgiving holiday. Instead, ticket sales fell short of expectations with a weak 19.5 million over the traditional weekend and 31.7 million over the 5 days. And the film tumbled to third place behind Hunger Games prequel and Ridley Scott's Napoleon. Yikes.
Hunger Games had a prequel?
Yeah.
Dude, that's my point. I didn't even know that was out this week, and it still beat that movie.
Yikes.
Over Thanksgiving weekend, where people are home and kids want to
it's-
go see animated films.
No matter what.
It was that bad.
For perspective, the general cost of a Disney film is around $200 million.
Boy.
So you chop a zero off of that, and it cost $20, and they made $1.90.
Well, I saw people talking about
No,
it.
they made 19 cents. Sorry, one more zero off that.
One more.
Math
keep
is
going.
important,
Keep
yeah.
going. Math.
I saw people talking about it, and no one's parents haven't liked the idea behind the storyline of the movie, because it's basically saying that she wants everyone to get everything that they want. That's what the whole thing is. The girl saying,
Which parents aren't going to want that for their kids to go, no, I want everything. It's like,
Exactly.
it was like the parents are being, parents and being strict. Like, you can't get everything you want in life. And she's like, everyone gets everything that they want.
yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah. No.
I just have to address it. Like, Disney's mad. Have you seen the Panderverse thing from South Park?
No.
I mean, it's inappropriate, but they're sort of proving them right.
Do we think was Disney doing okay pre-Marvel?
And now they're ruining Marvel.
Like, did Marvel just delay the inevitable because it was so successful that, like, had there not been
At this point, I don't even know if they released Snow White.
They better not release Snow White. That's going to be atrocious.
So this is from Screen Rant. Disney's summer of 2023 has been disappointing with $900 million in box office disappointments. The company's underperforming movies have led to a significant loss. Little Mermaid fell short of expectations, making only $561 million of its budget, and there's been a lot of epic fails
Because they're
from
trying to
Disney so far.
change
Well,
too much.
hang on. They need to stop doing live action version of cartoons.
And changing what everyone grew up on.
Someone even brought up, like, in one of their reviews on The Little Mermaid, which I actually liked, that they weren't trying to be like, oh, you changed the main character. They were like, it's not that. They were like, you can't, in a live action remake of a cartoon, have the same facial expressions. And I was like, yeah. That makes sense.
So
Or make a creepier looking crab in The Little Mermaid than the actual gold.
Creepy crap.
Well, but let's be honest. You liked Sebastian from the original movie because he was over engaged and an animated character. You can't put a normal crab in a movie and expect people to be like, yeah, I want to.
Just more like I want to boil them and eat them.
But again, this goes back to Snow White. The 7 dwarves aren't even dwarves.
They prefer little people. Do we think? Okay, so Bob Iger came back into the fold with Disney a year ago this month.
No one cares.
Well, I think shareholders do.
Shareholders do, and I think the whole point I think was they were losing their way and they needed someone to right the ship.
Wait, dude, I'm sorry. In this particular instance, I want to ask you guys a legitimate question, and I know we joke around a lot on this podcast. In a business, when you're hemorrhaging money, do they care that it's Bob Iger anymore?
I think the idea is that Bob Iger had all of the good ideas, and so he, regardless if they're hemorrhaging, the hemorrhaging is, I mean, a lot of these movies started.
It's not just movies, by the way.
Yeah, there's all sorts of. I mean, the
Yeah.
ESPN is a whole separate thing that would take a whole podcast.
Cruise ships. There's a lot.
A lot of these movies and things were put into place, between 2000 and 2020 and 2022 when Iger had left and then came back. So I don't know if this is still him trying to right the ship or if this is just the Titanic and like it doesn't matter who's helming it. Right
Guys, The Marvels was a bigger disaster than Morbius.
Morbius was pretty good.
No, but
So was Shang-Chi.
I'm saying from a box office perspective only.
Yeah.
Think about that. That is terrifying.
And
for
look,
Disney.
Disney's got a lot to work on here.
They ended the arc of all of the films that everyone loved and the characters that everyone knew, and they started trying to create nothing but new properties. And it has not worked.
I think it's all across the board for Disney. It's not just movies. Park attendance hit a 9-year low. They're struggling with what do we do with ESPN, which was once their most profitable arm. It actually made more money than cruise ships, than parks, than anything. And now all across the board, you're seeing struggles in a lot of different. So Disney as a whole has a lot of different things to figure out.
Yeah.
I just looked it up.
Go ahead.
Eternals opening weekend, which we considered a massive flop and was awful, was $71 million. Okay. Marvel's was 47.
Oh, geez.
It was half that.
No, dude, Marvel's is the worst performing blockbuster comic book movie
Lowest MCU opening
ever
of all time.
Under the Incredible Hulk, which they touted week 1 because of the 79% drop in week 2. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Give them to someone else.
Look, stop saying that this is because it's misogyny and like that's the only like comeback that anyone has for this. This is the same thing as when they remade Ghostbusters with all females. I love all female cast movies. Personally, I thought Ocean's 8 was incredible.
Incredible movie.
I loved Bridesmaids. These movies are bad, and that's why no one wants to pay to see them.
Yeah. I agree.
This is really interesting.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Marvel's 47 million. Incredible Hulk 2008 55 million. Ant-Man 57 million. But ended up making a lot. It just had a slow open. Captain America 65 million. Captain America 1.
So it could bounce back.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to.
No.
I don't.
I'm just,
Not
trying to
if
look
they
at the
keep-
positive side
I
here.
really think, and maybe this is the lesson, right? I don't know, like maybe just knowing how to end things and when to step away is the call, right? If you just end the MCU with Endgame,
Maybe we've already done all of the popular comic book movies.
Yeah, well, I think back to the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy. It's like, did you want 2 more movies? Probably. I would have liked to see a couple more, but because there weren't, it ended, and I'm like, I'm good with that. I remember this
Those
period.
were perfect.
Those are perfect. And I think perhaps knowing how, it's like popular television shows, knowing how to end your series is almost as important as the arcs getting to there, right?
Yeah.
This Is Us knew exactly how they wanted to end that series. It was awesome. How I Met Your Mother knew exactly how they wanted to end their run of things. The Office did not, but there was enough goodwill in the middle of it. Sopranos knew exactly how they wanted to end stuff. Mad Men knew exactly how they wanted to end it. Breaking Bad knew exactly how they wanted to end it. All of these things that we look back and go, Suits, perfect. Like, I think knowing, hey,
Seinfeld, even though people
argued
over the ending.
I loved it. They at least knew what they wanted to do with it. I think overstaying your welcome is not talked about enough in that kind of art and medium, and we just have fatigue. I do, and I love I love the MCU. I'm excited for Deadpool 3. That's probably it, and that stands apart from the MCU.
That's sort of separate, but okay. I watched. I know I'm taking way too much time today. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
Everybody.
We haven't even gotten into the movie.
I know. I'm so sorry, but
Don't be. It's all good.
I've seen multiple things breaking this down. Who's Professor X? Is it Sir Patrick Stewart?
It should be. It's James McAvoy also.
What universe is Wolverine actually in?
All of them. Multiverse, bro.
Who is Spider-Man?
As we found out, they all are.
There's a billion Spider-Mans.
Miles Morales. I don't. It's impossible
Who
to.
is Quicksilver?
Is he dead?
We're not sure.
We're not sure.
Who, again, it's become so muddled.
And
Even as someone that grew up, and you have to understand, anyone listening to this, I hope this is not causing people to just tune out completely because we're going so deep dive. It's just a fundamental problem, and I don't have the answer.
I don't either. Do you remember? Because you're the only other person here that read the comic books like I did.
I
right?
read all of the comic books.
So my fatigue with comic books was this same thing. I was a huge Spider-Man fan, but it was impossible to follow Sensational Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider, all of these because they were all different variations and different.
At one point, Spider-Man is Dr. Octopus taking over his brain and becoming Spider-Man.
And don't get me started on the Clone Saga, where there was we don't know which one is
Ben
the real
Parker, Peter Parker,
who is Peter Parker, et cetera. And I know this is going over your guys' heads a little bit.
Yeah, some of y'all are going to be completely lost right now.
But basically, in the comic books, there was so many iterations and different storylines of the same character, sort of, that it became way too much to understand. And that's when I started to check out on comics. And I don't know if that was just because
do you remember at one point, like, Superman's powers became electricity based?
Yes, I have those comics.
So do I.
Yeah.
But
it was stupid.
it was
the
so dumb.
They just wanted a reason to redesign him and have a new costume, and so they got rid of his powers and made him electricity.
I feel
and blue
that.
and
I
white.
feel that is
So
what
Raiden.
That
Kinda.
sort of, yeah.
So Raiden for Mortal Kombat.
Kind of.
Actually, because Raiden was a god. But then he wasn't, and then Liu Kang was a god.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat has become that a little bit.
Yeah.
Eventually, it is time to walk away from the storyline.
And you don't have to do it forever. Just do it enough.
Yeah.
Josh just showed me the cover of this comic book. Yes.
Yeah.
That's Raiden in Spider-Man's.
You put a little hat on him.
Give him a hat.
Oh God,
Put a
this
chick
made
in
me
it.
so mad.
So Blackberry.
Oh God. Yeah.
Anyway, Darker Days for Marv for
back to Panderverse. Have you actually seen it?
I haven't. I need to.
It's very inappropriate, but it's the answer is put a chick in it.
Okay.
And not put a girl in it by Brooks and Dunn.
I will check that out afterwards.
Yeah.
All right. So Blackberry.
Yeah. Disney, stop it. God.
Bring back Remember the Titans.
Who did they sell ESPN to? Never mind. We won't do that right now.
All right. Blackberry
Apple.
2023 comedy documentary. It really is sort of a mockumentary, right? At a couple points.
Of the fail of Blackberry.
For sure.
It's 2 hours long. Explores the incredible growth and tragic collapse of the world's first smartphone and how it smashed huge enterprises before surrendering to Silicon Valley's fiercely competitive companies. I realize that I am sort of waxing poetic about things in this entire segment, whether it is music and could be me at some point, and also is tech companies and film companies where you build them up to tear them down, and I hate this so much. But yeah. This is a really well done movie. I really enjoyed it. It was a small box office. It was only like $3 million.
Oh, did Disney own it?
No,
But the budget wasn't very high on it, right?
No, the budget was not
So
very
sad.
high, and it was more of a streaming property. It's very interesting, however, to me, because you have Jay. How do you say his last name?
Bushel? Baruchel?
You've seen him in many things.
This is the end. Knocked
Yeah.
Up. He's part of the Apatow crew of funny people.
Matthew Johnson, who I guess directed it as well. Yes? Yeah, Matt Johnson. Michael Ironside is in it. Carrie Elwes is in this. I started seeing people. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Why are you here?
Sungwon Cho, and then also the one that got me. Do you realize who the bald guy in this movie is?
It's what's his name?
It's Glenn Howerton from Always Sunny.
Yeah.
And he plays the same character, basically.
Yeah.
But he's basically like, as much as he yells in Always Sunny, he's yelling and he's the angry boss guy in this one. I did not know that was him.
Yeah.
Fail on me for not recognizing him, but I know it's a different haircut, but good Lord.
That's funny.
He morphed into a different person for this movie.
Yep.
I'm going to say this first. I'm starting to fall in love with all of these product biopic movies.
Because of the nostalgia?
I'm
think
not going to lie, I am too.
Like, they're just very entertaining
Like
to
what?
me.
Like Social Network type? Like
Like, again,
Tetris.
Yeah.
back to Air.
Have you seen Tetris?
I haven't seen Tetris. I need to, clearly.
That should be the movie for next week.
We're just biopic films of December. Is that what we're going to do?
We're not in December.
Is it biopic or biopic?
It's biopic, right?
I don't know.
I don't
think
know
it's
either.
Tomato.
I've heard people say it both ways.
I have two.
Put it on the poll. Is it biopic or biopic? And for biopic, put a hyphen, because that'll cause people to understand what it means.
But anyways, yes, I've been falling in love with these because I've...
Biopic.
That's according to Google.
Damn.
Biopic.
I don't know.
Anyways, my point being, I'm starting to fall in love with these movies all the way down to the Hot Cheeto and...
Flaming Hot was so good.
Flaming
Yeah.
Hot was
Flaming
great.
Hot was awesome.
And
Air.
also,
I really liked that
but
movie.
also, there's claims that was very, very like overdone.
It was.
But
wasn't as true.
But still, it's the idea of what it was supposed to be, right?
or
And
the
then
the
we had
Pepsi one buying the plane.
Air,
Yeah.
Air with
Yep.
started Nike. Like, I'm like really, really liking these, and I think it's because they're new creations based on very nostalgic things rather than like reboots of stuff.
Yeah, it's not quite satire
Yeah.
because there is a lot of truth in it, but it is satirical in a sense because it is funny. They make sure that like you enjoy it.
You're entertained
How do
watching
you
it.
find the movies that you've watched?
That I've watched.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an app for that? I don't know. Did you notice? Did you guys like this movie? By the way,
I did.
I did. I liked it.
Chris.
I did. I will say I've seen a lot of people saying this movie was better than other biopics. See what I did there?
Yeah.
I did not think this was better than Flamin' Hot. I did not think this. I did not think this was better than Air.
I didn't think it was better than either of those, but those were funnier also.
I liked this movie. I think anytime there's a downfall at the end, it's going to be harder to like the movie, right? Because I don't care what anyone says. Most of the time, you want to see a happy ending.
Love happy endings.
I don't know what to say. Ryan.
Yeah, we need a dolphin noise.
I'm
We need a
talking about
dolphin noise.
I love happy endings at the end of movies.
Or
What?
just
Sure, Ryan.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Robert Kraft and I both do.
Well, and again-
God bless America. What's wrong with
Oh, yeah, we know you're not friends with George R.R. Martin.
you? But maybe
this-
Deshaun Watson. I don't know.
This was a lower budget movie. Oh my gosh. This was a lower budget movie. What you? I thought it was shot very well.
I agree. I thought it was shot very well. I don't know how you guys felt. I felt like there was a lot of the Social Network cues in this movie.
I feel like they
was cut from the same
basically
cloth, it
were
seemed like,
trying
yeah.
to reiterate that movie
Yeah.
in this form. And the problem is they've got the guys. Look, the reason I was so surprised and so impressed by the performance of the guy that was in Almost Sunny, or sorry, Always Sunny, is because I didn't expect that from him. And he basically took the character he always plays and pivoted it, as opposed to everyone else in this movie who played the character they always play.
Sure.
This made me think of something.
I did not leave this movie going, there was a great performance by so-and-so.
I thought Jay
Outside of him.
I thought Jay did a because you're
But
just
that's the character he always plays, and I
But
get
that's why
it.
he was cast as that.
I understand that, but it's like at some point,
I just like that it was a little bit more serious for him. It's like when you see
I liked the movie. I didn't love the movie, and I thought I was going to love this movie. Does that make sense?
yeah.
And maybe this is just a personal thing because I really was like, oh man, this looks so cool. I was the one that recommended this.
Did you ever have a BlackBerry?
No.
That is where it leads me to this question.
Okay.
What was your favorite retro phone that you owned?
The
Because
Razor.
Give me the Trio.
I was
The
obsessed
Motorola
with.
Razor was a good one because that was the first phone you could actually like flip up.
The Razor was great. But if you were of a certain age and you remember the window that the Trio existed.
The Trio was epic.
Yeah.
It's the Nokia 3310. The original.
The walkie-talkie.
That is the good one. Where you could play Snake on it?
The original Snake
He's
one.
talking about
and
the
you could
OG.
you could throw it out your window while you're driving going 70 miles an hour.
Run over it,
Run
it'd be
over
fine.
it. Totally fine.
So mine was
God, we're old.
was the LG Expression with the QWERTY keyboard that you could slide up. If you guys remember the slide up phones,
Yep.
that was mine.
I never
Me
did.
and
I never
Josh
did
are
Oh,
all
I
older.
love
this.
that.
Me and
we're
Josh
a
are
little bit
Slide
older.
up and you type. Oh, that was a fun one. You could flip the phone either way.
Trio, man.
TI.
Although I would say if you had to poll people, I think the Motorola Razor would come out as
If
the,
I
as the
ask you TI, do you think of the rapper or the calculator? And that shows how
calculator.
old you are.
TI9.
It's definitely. Should I put that one on the poll too?
TI 83, not even the 90.
83, yeah. with the non-color screen
The expensive calculator that your mom never wanted to buy you.
that you didn't really need unless you took calculus or
I was
Yep.
I was broke, so
Now ChatGPT can answer all
you know
your
what?
calculus questions.
Since we're doing like a run-on sentence sort of podcast, and I just feel like talking today. I was super broke, as a kid and as an adult for a long time, but I never knew, and this is a shout out to my mom and just sort of a I love you moment, but I never knew we were broke because my mom would eat peanut butter sandwiches to make sure I had money for stuff as a kid when she didn't have it.
It's a big love from parents.
I love you, Mama B.
I'm incredible.
Yeah, we'd be nowhere without our parents.
I'm
and without,
Literally, yeah.
See, that's how you know that I'm like messed up over that sometimes is I couldn't even say the word I was looking for. I'm incredibly grateful to my mom. So shout out to all the moms and the parents out there that sacrifice for their kids.
we don't tell you enough.
No.
We love you.
Moms and dads and parents and stuff.
Even when we don't say it.
Yep.
We love you all.
So much to be thankful for.
Hot take time?
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
Wait. We need the movie for next week.
I thought we were doing.
I messed everybody up
I thought we were doing the one you talked about.
We're doing. Let's do
Tetris.
Tetris.
Yeah, Tetris.
Okay, that was never
it's
officially decided. We went
Tetris.
into the.
It's a really good one.
Hot take!
That's nice. That was a nice try.
I tried. People have been asking for it.
Okay,
I
guys.
think I know what you're going to do with this.
Best opening scene of a movie.
Don't look at my screen. I got a good one. Get out of here.
I don't think you know where I'm going with this. Although you might, because you and I are.
I'd be very surprised if you didn't go the way I think you're going to go.
I think I'm going to surprise you, but I'm not quite sure because
Okay.
I'm sort of playing into a bit.
Okay.
So I'm going to go last.
Oh.
No one's going to pick what I'm going to pick.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Oh. I based mine off of a pivot thinking what you were going to do. Someone
Go
else go
ahead.
first. Someone else go first.
Ryan, go.
Why do I have to go first, Bear?
Because you looked yours up on the internet. Go ahead.
Mine is looked up, but it's the one that came to mind first for me.
Go for it.
Okay. So if we're talking the greatest,
Or
greatest,
Gradius. Or the greatest one.
let me repeat. If we are talking
Gradius is
the
a great
greatest
video game.
opening scene of all time,
In a
for
movie.
me, it comes from a 1998 film that was jaw-dropping when you saw it and was revolutionary in terms of war films.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
The greatest opening scene of all time for me is Saving Private Ryan.
It's a good one.
The 24-minute opening scene that Spielberg documents.
Wait. Are you doing this because it has your name in it?
No. I love that film.
Are you full of shit?
No. I love all movies with Ryans in them, but this one specifically. It is literally the most gruesome and goriest depiction of war we had ever seen up to that point in a film. I thought it was masterfully done, and so Saving Private Ryan, the
That
best.
is wrong.
Up to that point? Up to that point. I don't think there had ever been a depiction.
Opening scene, yes.
Opening scene to a film depiction. Maybe not the entire film.
Goriest
It
war
was-
movie.
it was really
No,
gory. It was really gory.
Dude, there's so many.
That
of
opening
those.
24-minute scene is, I mean, it takes your breath away.
I agree. I'm
how
not
bloody
doubting.
and how it really depicts the gruesomeness of war. And so I think, to me, for my money, that is the greatest opening scene of all time. And Spielberg does a masterful job.
It's a good pick.
That is a great pick.
Tom Hanks, the great one.
Jesus. I'm the only one here that's.
By the way, and Hanks recalls for that opening scene as he was filming it, don't look down. He told a special effects expert, warning of just all the blood that was attached to all of the different actors in that film as they were kind of filming that opening scene. So even Hanks was moved by that.
Bear.
It's your only choice.
All right. Well, I'm going gruesome too. Yes. But when I think of the best opening scene, you think of a scene that you'll always be like, yes, this is this movie, and I'll never, ever, ever forget it. But in the Drew Barrymore with Scream, that opening scene was very...
Scream 1?
Yeah.
The
Or 2
original
or 3?
Scream.
1.
The original Scream. I said the Drew Barrymore opening. Anyways, yeah, you never forget that scene. And when you were that age at that time, you were like, oh, but it was really good at the same time, if that makes any sense.
I mean, it was iconic in the way that we would prank phone call people.
Yes, because the way we did that in so many ways. But it just stuck with you. That scene has stuck with me my entire life. And I'm like, they did a really good job with that. Now I know we're how many Scream movies in. It'll never beat the first one, but...
Can I have a sidebar with Chris real quick? Because I don't want to pick mine if you're...
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Just go,
because
there's. I have 2, so
I do
whichever
too.
one you go with,
no, mine
we're
is
fine.
supposed to be a pivot off of what you're doing.
No, come on, Josh.
Hold on. Just sidebar,
Just-
like 5 seconds. 5
Oh,
seconds.
okay. Bear, how's your day going?
It's
Good.
just getting
By the way, I
started.
love that quad sweater you've got on.
No.
Thank you.
Perfect.
You can perfect, by the way.
No,
Shopify
wait, this
site.
is
Oh.
so good.
Okay.
This is so good. No, this is so good.
Because what I was gonna
Oh my
do-
God. No, Josh, go. No, you'll understand when I say mine. This is so perfect.
All right, but I'm going to write down what my other one was so that you know I wasn't lying.
So if you
Well,
go to our Shopify site, there is that
All right,
the swag
all right.
that Haley's wearing.
All right.
Just so you know.
Have it
Yeah.
enlightened.
Are we doing
by
an
the way,
extended
if you haven't
deal?
bought a quad hoodie, what are you
doing?
Are
What
we doing an extended deal from Black Friday to Cyber Monday?
I
we,
can.
Can we officially greenlight that?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
do it.
cool.
Greenlit.
Okay.
I'll do it as we
That
speak.
was
30% off.
a thing we had to do there. A lot of times with hot takes, I'm usually just trying to be contrarian.
Right.
And read the room and go, oh, this would be...
Because that's what makes it fun.
Because that's what makes it fun. So my actual one that I chose, I'm not going to use. I'm going to take what I would consider the actual probably winner, which is the very first opening scene of The Dark Knight by the Batman trilogy. That, however many minutes of intro where we don't quite get the Joker reveal until the very end of it, where it is the robbery sequence, but every person is killing the next person.
It's not a spoiler.
You've got to have seen this at this point. It's shot unbelievably well. It is paced unbelievably well. And you get the sense of the villain being so much smarter than the rest of everyone else. And it's a wonderful, wonderful opening scene. And for that, I will choose it.
The bank heist.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was creating a
So-
discount. What
this is
movie
so
did you say?
This is so perfect.
Dark Knight.
You
Dark
take
Knight,
Dark
okay.
Knight. I will see your Dark Knight, and I will raise you the GOAT. Michael Keaton and the original 1989 Batman film.
Great.
Because it is the first time that we see on screen the origin story of Batman. And it is perfect.
It's the
And it
first
is
time we saw his
dark
parents
and
die.
Gritty. It's perfect. It's everything about it is the way it is shot, the way it is filmed. Absolutely perfect.
It's great.
So this is why it was a perfect pivot.
Surprised.
Can I tell you what my other one was?
Let's do it in the post.
Okay. All right.
So you guys have to decide. Is it Dark Knight? Is it Batman? Let's be honest. We don't care what Ryan and Haley
It's
pick.
Saving Private
Thank
Ryan.
you so much for listening to The Quad with Chris Young. As always, I am Chris. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I know it's
Collusion!
belated, but we love you.
Collusion.
Make sure you vote in the poll.